Hi guys, this is Allison from Alleycat Creations. How are you? Please hit that like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you get anything, a connected dot, an epiphany, a mind-blown moment, new book to read, a new author to explore, please consider supporting my work. All the links are at the bottom of the video. Spiritual soul advice. Because I didn't get to do an oracle reading, I'm combining both. How's that? The last 2 days have been ridiculous, to say the least. And not in a bad way or good way. Tuesday, the day I usually do the collective oracle reading, my energy was completely scattered and very off. So I don't read when I don't have complete energy and I'm needing to ground. So I did a lot of grounding. I mowed the lawn. And I did a book reading. I just couldn't mess with the tools for the good intentions of humanity. So I didn't get to do that. And then today, I woke up ridiculously early, made thumbnails, added some music to thumbnails, and then did We Not Me. Then Jack breaks out. Then the Time Is Now podcast. And in between that, I had to go food shopping. There's like rain and stormy weather coming and very windy today. I had a lot of branches fall, which is good because it helps my artwork. But I had to run out real quick. Didn't have much fruit. I'm really upset. And they don't have cat litter that I use. Can't find it anywhere. It's getting bad. I had to pour some epoxy. And then by the time everything up, next show. So I do apologize for those that actually watch the oracle readings, but we'll do some oracle and what I'm seeing still and currently in the collective. And why I choose to do this is objectively. I'm noticing, because I'm in a lot of the chats, I'm very active in them. And what I'm noticing is people don't want to understand, and that's okay, others' perspectives. I don't anymore try, at least, make any attempts to, I respect the all, the prime creator, source, creative spirit, whatever you want to call what we differentiated out of. Okay. Even the Native Americans, the tribes, the nations see a lot of that as well. They have the one. They might call it another name. Whatever you call it, it's great. But what I'm seeing is a lot of unhealed trauma, some excuses, and yeah, they're plausible. Like, you know, I'm not here to judge you, right? When it's your time to do the work, do it. But you can't have expectations on anybody only but yourself. You can't demand people to wake up because a lot of them are not ready to wake up. A lot of people are not going to come with many of us. You have to respect that. If you didn't have duality, positive and negative, this is their experience we chose. We need to understand the negative and the evil. And if they didn't do their shenanigans, we wouldn't be awake. We wouldn't be aware. Although there are people like myself who've been aware, not completely awake, but we had the sense innately within us that everything is off and wrong and inverted. The paradigm people are getting stuck in is you have your own choices. You have your assignment with source. Your experience is unique to yourself, and you can't force it down anybody. I try not to. I'm just giving you my opinions and want to open up people's perspectives. So a lot of people are closed to other things other than their own paradigm. I broke down and got scribed. I'm in trouble. Not really. And the only reason why is I know that this is the big test for me, is not to sit on the computer all day long and looking at documents. But there are certain things that were spoken today in podcasts that I'm very proud of. Very, very proud of. And I'm excited to see what their thinkings are and how they're connecting dots. Though, kind of going over some of Ashiana's work, I think a lot of people are missing the reversals in a lot of people's work, and they're very unaware of it. These things, these people, these entities have been around way earlier than people expect, way before the Bible, way before most of these religious texts were made. So the inversion of energy, scalar wave energy, has been in existence way before words were put to paper or stone. And then we had the different cycle seedings in each cultural race. And then there's their inversions from that. It's complicated. Very complicated. I got this. So what's transpiring me to do Oracle plus me talking? I got this really awesome deck. The Mary Magdalene Oracle. Don't really I don't take what is from the Bible, literally. But Mary was alive and real and very important. And though a lot of these drawings and images are of like Catholic churchy looking thing, it's pretty, when I draw the cards, I pulled already 6 cards, and I usually do 3 to see what's going on for myself. Intense. So we're going to use that tonight. But I wanted Spirit to take this spiritual soul advice. And then I got told as I was going upstairs to get something I forgot to bring downstairs. They told me to, why don't you pull oracle cards and some affirmation cards and chit chat with people. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so the method the method that I use is different from a lot of people. Some people do and just pick a card. Some people shuffle and whatever flips. Some people just take off the top. I fan them out, and I wear my mother's wedding ring. And I put my hands on the card, and when my fingers start vibrating and get tickly, whatever card it's on is what is meant to be pulled. And I like reading from books. A lot of people interpret the cards differently. I watch a lot of oracle readers, and not that they're wrong, they're getting what they're being channeled, but I choose to read off the book because the person who made the artwork and who wrote the book, the meaning of the cards, usually have the best direction on the energy field that it's from. So I don't like to dismiss and make my own interpretation. I do as the reading keeps going on, and I see and build upon the other cards. So this is the Awakening card. Wisdom emerges through everyday experience. Awakening. You are about to experience an aha moment. This will come as a feeling of deep truth that seemed to have slipped your mind. You have often thought there must be another way to experience and live this life, and you are about to discover it. You are opening your heart and mind to the full, authentic you. Very important. Time-honored ways that have worked in the past are no longer bringing the results you desire and may have become obstacles to your dreams. Beliefs become intermingled with everyday process and who we think we are. No wonder it can seem hard to let go. When you rouse from the slumber of conformity, you awaken into the same world. But through the eyes of a soul love, you can see beyond fear to the creative possibilities that are everywhere. Relax and enjoy this time. It is your natural evolution, and that is absolutely damn correct. I was told, and I got this, I was talking about this on the other book the other day. When I go into meditation, I'm having one of those days I really need to ground. My energy is all over the place. I carry a lot of frequency. So there are days that I wake up, I feel out of it and scattered, and what usually grounds me is like doing a mundane thing. So I mowed the lawn, and then after, because now my body hurts, and I go lay in the tub and I meditate. And I reached into a silence. I don't get there many times when I meditate. But I was told that many of us, when we meditate on the outer realms that we can't see, this is what a lot of us look like. Not just me alone. So we're awakening. Congratulations. I just messed it up, didn't I? The problem that people aren't understanding is that each and every one of us has an agreement with upstairs, and a whole plethora of people here that are alive, and with a whole plethora of guides and entities and things that we came to fulfill in this lifetime. You have to heal. When you do, the peace that overcomes you is so worth it. While you see everybody slandering and pointing fingers, and again, like, that's everybody, almost, not all, but that's a lot of the community that I in, friends that I really care for, do that on a daily basis. They're always the blame game. Yes, The negative people did some heinous effing shit. Not lying to you. I know the truth of that. But what does that do for you? Oh, the kids. I get it, but they signed up for an experience. We, once they signed up for that same experience, no one got their justified justice back when it happened to us. We don't remember. The veil is, we have the veil of forgetting. We come in through the wholesome Vimenti, supposedly, if this resonates with you. And our soul comes through to get into this realm. And then we work with ethereal and guardian guides, and we choose with source entities, mothers, to incarnate in. And we have the God spark that opens up that potentiality. Okay, this is how I view things. You don't have to view it the way I do. Again, I'm just giving you how my thinking is. They chose to be evil this life. This is what God wanted to experience through these people. They needed to be in it to win it in the evil way. If they weren't alive and existing and doing what they're doing, we would not see the puppet strings of the agendas happening from higher density realms. We would not see the etheric recording. We would not see the scalar wave infiltration. We would not see any of this stuff. And even if I put it into simple terms, they're having an experience, and we got to respect that. And you don't need to like it. You don't need to embrace it. It's, yes, we want to condone it. But those people signed up to have an experience. Whether they were awake, not awake, or not, good or evil, we have to transcend it. Why I say that is because, again, for many of you who read the Bible or your religious text, okay? Compassion. If you look on the freaking consciousness chart and you understand what fourth density is, don't even need to put a freaking number to it. You should be compassionate, period, end of story, and give people grace, because people are going to mess up. Do you know how many people I know that went to jail? I know a lot of people that did some bad stuff, but in that moment in time, they did wrong. We all do something wrong. We make mistakes. And we put those catalysts in to learn from. They're just things that upset your paradigm because you're on the wrong path. And that there is really no wrong path, but you're not on your highest timeline. So when something kind of left fields you, like I was left fielded last year, like, oh, here's another job you're going to like get fired from, and you're going to have to change your life once again. I threw that in there because I wasn't in the course of the timeline I needed to be on. I wasn't in the place. I wasn't in the possession of the energy I needed to be embracing. My mission wouldn't have been easier for me to get complete. You have to start looking at things logically and rationally. Give yourself some grace, and you got to have compassion for yourself. You have to have that self-love. You have to walk in your conviction. You have to walk in your authenticity. You got to do you, boo. Because if you don't, you're just like all the other people that you claim are bad. You're deceiving too, because you're not doing you in the most authentic form. There's a lot of people who use very harsh language. You got to transcend it. You got to give them grace and compassion. Most of these people were born into something they, again, don't know, or they have a clue, but they're already indoctrinated in it. They can't really pull themselves out of it because so there, you got to give some people some grace. It's very, very important. And you have to give it to yourself first. And you have to be compassionate to yourself. This is a forever school of learning. You have to learn. And when you stop learning, your physical vehicle is dead. And then when you move on, there's going to be a lot more challenges, a lot more harder lessons. And I feel, and there's no one watching me besides the camera, but I can already pick up on some intentions. Think about it. I'm not telling you to believe me. I want you to think, go in deeper. And the reason why I'm saying this, I think for whoever watches me, I have to move myself out of the chat when it gets too hostile, because I'm at this place of neutrality. I see both sides. I know what's wrong, what they did, and I know, but the good side is also not transparent, and I don't like it. There are rules and organizational things in the Constitution that are being completely overlooked and breached. Oh, but it's a military operation. Okay, but you're supposed to uphold the Constitution, whether it be from the corporation or not. Like, that's what you're getting paid to do. That's your job, is uphold it. Oh, but there's a lot of friction going on in the military. I understand that. But you took an oath. Or do we need to call the militias out and take what is supposed to happen back? Oh, but we have to wait. Well, here's the thing. I'm not in that right, wrong, or indifferent thing. The laws of the universe are the ones that really dictate it all. The laws of nature really dictate here, which is a part of the universe. When you're holding information and truth back because you think it's going to hurt people, yeah, it's going to hurt. Truth hurts, regardless of how small or how big that truth is. And knowing that we've been deceived for every life that we lived on this plane of existence. Great. Okay. So we get to redeem it this time. Wonderful. Oh yeah, Allison, there's no space-time because we're okay. So, but here we still go by that space-time because this is what we are consciously aware of. I get it. Time is fluid. It's always in perpetual motion unless there's something in its way to stop it, which there is. Spirit guides are being sassy with me today, and I love it. Love it. I'm fired up. And why I'm fired up is because they want to light like a fire. I'm an Aries. I'm going to light a fire under some butts. Because what I'm seeing is when people are chatters in the chatmosphere, I'm seeing a lot of depression. I'm seeing a lot of sadness, Even though everybody's really cheery and trying to enjoy the day and laughing, I receive the energy off of people and their energetic streamlines. I am starting to really pick that up. I'm not absorbing it because I shield myself, but I'm feeling it. I'm an empath, right? So there's a lot of depression. There's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of struggle going on right now. There really is. There's a lot going on right now. I mean, I get anxious because I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the jobs, I'm applying, I'm trying, and I'm putting my best foot forward. Nothing. Okay, divine timing, I gotta be patient. Okay, but like things have to get paid. Okay, like, but okay, and now my mind, and I'm trying to transcend this, my mind is going back to where I was in dire straits. I can't get back to that place. I didn't come this far to go back. Many other people are at different junctures in their life. A lot of people are retired. A lot of people have disabilities. A lot of people that I traverse with are in stressful situations. You got to do the work in the healing, and that is so difficult and hard. But for the collective, we're awakening to your authentic self, to the truth, your truth. Doesn't have to be my truth, your truth. And again, the truth has many different pathways. It's not just some solid thing, solid object. There's many different pathways to get to the same wholesome idea, same concept. Everybody's streams of thinking is different. Some people think kinetically, some people think visually. There's all methods and different ways that people think. And in our awakening, this is the process that people are getting stuck in. I don't know which one I want to go tackle first. So, this card right here. As we are awakening, you have to heal the old you. The one that you're not bringing with to the next venture. Whether that be now, tomorrow, or in 25 years, doesn't matter. That work won't go away until you address it. Those feelings, those innate feelings inside of you are not going to disperse until you tackle it. And it will carry on to whenever your other avatar, let's just say we become crystalline and we're these cool, cute, floaty light beings experiencing some amazement, right? What you didn't heal will come back in that time. Like, we don't want to bring this shit literally over there. We don't want to do it. So let's not. Let it go, like Elsa. Adapt and flow with ease. That's what I'm working on right now. Just giving people grace, giving people compassion for whatever the situation is. Everybody's at different stages and cycles of their lives. We have to be respectful. We have to be compassionate. You don't have to like it. Don't give it energy if you don't like it. Everybody's pointing fingers. What are you doing about it? Are you doing anything to stop it? Okay, so all these, I don't have a button. These people, these particular people are really heinously bad and they're doing some shady shit. Totally get it. And I've seen videos, I've seen documentation, so I know it's really happening. Okay, but if they didn't do that, would you be awake? And even if you're not into any of that, right, you still have some kind of bias towards some experience with another group of people. You have to move off, let it go, adapt and flow with ease. And that's Spirit saying to everybody, including myself, we got to let a lot of things go. It is not easy or comfortable to do that because you want to put blame. You want to push the world problems on other people. And they are caused by other people. Don't get me wrong. But you have your role. Focus on what your purpose is. And if you don't know what that is yet, that's okay. But whatever's going on in your paradigm, let go. Answers will come. Remove the energy blocks in you. Important. Because if you don't let go, your answers are not going to come. You want to know what your purpose is? You want to know what you are as a soul? A lot of people are like, I want to know. Can you tell me? Okay, my guides won't even tell me half the shit that I am because I'm not ready for it yet. I asked for my soul name. Oh, you got to work for it. What is my archangel name? Oh, you got to work for it. And slowly it's unfolding. Just like the last 2 years of my life, I have expanded my consciousness way more. And I, again, don't know everything, and everybody has different approaches. But whatever happened to me, all the things that are being validated for me were a huge chunk of my childhood that was unanswered. And I sat in a depression. I wanted to die. I wanted to take my life because I didn't ever feel worthy. I didn't feel like I fit in anywhere. I wasn't treated like a real human being would be treated. I didn't have that self-confidence. I also had identity issues because I didn't identify with anything or anybody because I was adopted and I did not look like my parents. I stuck out like a sore thumb. I'm only going personal with you because when I let it go and released it and did a lot of trauma work for my childhood to understand why I had to have all those lessons, why I had to have all those experiences. Only then did I rationalize it and logically go through my head and go, oh, that sucked. But you know what? I got a lot out of that experience. Shit. Not fun. None of it's fun. But when you get your aha moment, like something in you figures it out. Oh, I needed to heal that because look what I learned from that experience. It sucked in the moment, going through it 5 years after. But now I get, the answers will come. You have to unblock your stuff. Remove the energy blocks in you. Because when you do, you gotta let it go to let the flow in. So it eases things. Answers will come to you when you remove the blocks that you put there yourselves. So opening up your chakra system. Again, a lot of people focus on this third eye nonsense. Oh, my pineal gland is calcified. You know how bad my pineal gland is probably calcified with all the dental work that I had? I don't focus on that. That's an agenda. I know a lot of people like strive to open up their pineal gland. I bet you it's already opened. Mine's open. Mine's been open. And I was heavily poisoned with a lot of damn stuff. But you know what? again, compassion. It's an experience. It's another thing to traverse in this, because God wanted to have that experience through me. Keep talking to yourself like God's having an experience. He's partially it, whatever energy you want, is a fractal inside you having a first person player game level 1 experience. If you think of your life as a video game, you might get it. Your higher self is the one with the controller, the remote. And you're watching yourself in first person traverse different levels of things, having to do things you might not want to have to do. Build and make things and travel different levels and different boards with different missions and different things you have to do in order to get leveled up. And then you get these little grand prizes at the end of each level. You get a new piece of armor or a new piece of clothing. Whatever it is, whatever game you were envisioning yourself in, just remember, you are the person, your higher self is the person with the joysticks, watching you go through an experience. But they're still in control. They're still on a massive scale, by the way. You got to revitalize and uplift. Allow the tears to flow. Men, hi. How are you? Hi, guys. Hi, my guys. Where's my bros? Sorry, this is not like my desktop where things are... I'm not fond of this camera. You let go, allow the tears to flow. Some people don't cry. Some people like violence. If you're a hockey fan and I don't know what stadium it is. It's the Philadelphia Flyers, I think, has a smash room in the arena. So when the team loses and people want to lose their shit, they go to that room and they break things. Some people like to go to a shooting range. Some people like to take long walks. Some people like to cry it out. Whatever method it is that you want to do. But men, don't be ashamed of crying. It is one of the most cleansing things you can do. It's snotty, it's gross, but once you're done, breathe and relax. You feel a calm peace. Even if you cry yourself to sleep. I've cried many, 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 many times in my life, and hard. After I get it out of me and release it, and that's key, you got to release. Things get better. You start getting your answers. You start understanding why those tears were there in the first place. Because once you let all this go, there's a lot of things. You see, the cards are telling me the awakening's here, but what are you not letting go? What are you holding on to? What are you pointing fingers at for excuses on why you're not where you need to be? Oh, because oh my God, the FEMA. Oh my God, the EBS, it's 10-4. Oh my goodness, 10-4-20, 10-24. Oh, the frequency is going to kill us. Oh, the frequency is going to make people zombies. The frequency. Oh my God, you have to. I love everybody. I really do. And I know this stuff is like, when you're home, retired, and bored, this is what you're focusing on all day. Right? You're in Telegram. You're allowing other people to dictate to you how to feel. This is exactly what the MSN does. Exactly. Just insert other side here. Right? And we want to believe people have their best interests, and they do. Trust me, they do. But did you ask your own self, does this feel right? Did you go within and discern if what is being flustered out around in the ether good for your ears, good for your eyes? Doesn't seem like that, because everybody bought in hook, line, and sinker. I mean, and you watched it today on We Not Me. Jason's like, hi, nothing's happening. Do. Did we all disappear? I mean, people are disappearing, not gonna lie. Things are nutty crap is happening around the world, right? But did you go inside? Did you ask yourself, is this something I need to worry about? Did you ask yourself, not anybody else outside of you, yourself? Today was prime example, and I'm sorry for the people who are like, what the hell are they talking about? Everybody got an alert today on their phones, TVs, and other apparatus eyes that you use, right? Saying that, this is something that people that follow the 17th letter of the alphabet have been waiting for, or will be waiting for. And we've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for this system to go off so that the popcorn gig can go in the microwave and be popped, or on the stove for those who do that method. Will it ever come? I don't know. What are you trying to manifest? Or better yet, are you manifesting for them? Are you feeding their manifestation? Because you're the creative one. Remember that. You're the one who creates this reality. A lot of other beings cannot do that. They don't have the Christos. They don't have the capacity to create for themselves. So you know what they do? They use you to do it for them. And you're consenting when you're giving away your energy and you're not balancing yourself or shielding yourself. But oh my God, it went off. Yeah, mine did. My phone went off 3 times, and twice was in Spanish. That was bizarre. Not gonna lie. But did I let it bother me? No. Did I care? I left my phone on. Did the world end? I went to the store right afterwards. Did anything happen? No. Here's logic and reason. For those who know what that would entail, if it goes off again and it's not a test, we know what that means. But 90-something% of the population doesn't. Do you really think, yes, if there was a nuclear, which we can't have that anyway, but if there was some big event that would shut the entirety of humanity down again, yeah, I could see that happening. But think logically, how many people would go riot and go loot and do stupid shit in the streets? Because they don't know. That's half of most everybody in your community might be sleeping. And again, that's the respect, experience, compassion you need to have, because it might not be their time to move up and graduate. You have to respect that. Do you really think these people are going to listen to their phones? The military is implementing martial law, everybody back into their houses. people are going to look at that and like shake their heads and go, what? Or do you think things are playing out differently because they are not trying to go in extremes? And many of us who have the capability of manifesting peace are manifesting a transition that is not something where 99% of people are going to end up in the hospital. They might, but not over something that we're all going to have to fight for. Again, like the banking thing. Yes, money is very, very retarded right now. I went to the grocery store and I can't believe how much I spent on barely basic things. I had this problem again when I was not able to eat and put food on my own table. I had to be very selective. And even when I was selective today, and I'm in a cheaper state than I was in New York. I can't imagine being there right now trying to get groceries. I can't. I'm one person. I don't eat that much. I try to eat healthy. And as we can see, I got muscles, but I have weight on me. I was emaciated last year at this time. There's no, it was getting gross to look at me. So we got to understand when it comes to the money situation, it's a stress for so many people. And I get it. And I'm back into that anxiety again. I'm trying not to have that anxiety, but that's just human. And I have to heal that again. The fact of the matter is, I'm putting every foot forward to pull in and receive back a equal balance and flow. Once you heal it all, and I've noticed this, I've healed a lot and started getting new things into my paradigm. New idea, bring your dream to life. You can't take the old into the new, and I keep saying this. So what is this saying? You can't take the old into the new. You can reimagine it, rethink it, make it better, make it for this paradigm. But again, a lot of people need to be doing some work. No one really wants to tackle themselves, but is that really loving yourself? Say you love yourself, but you do really love yourself because you got to tackle and heal yourself. No one else can do it for you. And yeah, you can go, I'm not knocking anybody that goes to therapy. You can go to therapy and do it that way if that's easiest, but you still have to go home and they give you homework to do and they make you do things. Like instead of having someone make you do something so that therapy session next time works better or you get some results, try it yourself. I know I'm not the la-di-da Allison that I would like to be, and it's because I love everybody very deeply, and I'm feeling a lot of people's energy. I'm releasing it, but we can't go forward. Everybody talks about, oh, well, everybody's going to come with us. Okay, but how can that happen if you're not loving yourself? You're not giving other people compassion. You're not accepting the fact that these people that do bad things, that's the experience they needed for soul growth. Why are you judging that? Everything that has happened in this paradigm is because we made an agreement to have it happen. It sucks. I don't wish harm on anybody. But if that's what they need, that's what they're going to receive. And who am I to make that judgment? Your free will choice is to walk the neutral path and walk God's path or Yeshua's path. Whoever we're all one. We're all manifestations of the one. And if you don't believe me, that's okay too. And let me say that because there's a lot of people who are in the doubt phase. And again, not everybody is representative, in society. There are a lot of people that have the colander spaghetti monster ideals. I really don't know their religion. I don't judge them. Have fun with that. If that's what serves you and makes you happy, at the end of the day, that's what we're all obtaining. We're obtaining the emotion of happy and having gratitude and having love for self and for others. That's hard. It's one of the hardest human emotions to even define in the English language. It's just innumerable amounts of definitions, and none of them are finite. All you need is love. The next 3 cards I pulled are profound. To conform is to die inside. Be brave and be yourself. Are you being your true self? It's a good question to ask yourself. Are you doing the things that put a fire under your ass, that motivate you? Are you doing your dream? Are you presenting yourself falsely in society? You still have to partake in the matrix. That's a part of being human, is being in social situations. That is one of the biggest things that a lot of us have to deal with, right? But are you standing in your convictions? Are you holding yourself in authentic self? Are you putting yourself out there, and because of a profession, you're losing your sense of self? Oh, well, this job, I can't have my hair this color, I can't have my hair long, I have to do this, I have to. Well, if a job requires you to do all of that, then you, I'm out. Bye-bye. I did me in every job that I worked at, whether it be the tattoo place, whether it be in school, whether it be as a lifeguard. I did me, and I could care less. And people respected that. They didn't necessarily agree with my lifestyle or what I wore, but they respected me because a lot of people said, if they only knew what they knew back then, now, I know that probably came out super dyslexic, but you get what I'm saying. They would have been more of their authentic selves. They would have not been in the judgment of other people for what they do. They were just sinking to what their heart wants and what their soul needs. And that's going to look different for everybody. But are you walking in your authentic path? Are you doing the things that you love? Are you expressing yourself the way that you uniquely do? And if not, ask yourself why. Follow your vision. Never lose sight of what is really important. So that's something that you as we are awakening is going to change, because your vision back when you were at a certain age or a certain point in your life has now matured and has advanced. As your consciousness is expanding, your vision of what you want has definitely changed. And if not, great, you're on your own path. But ask yourself, what is it for you that is important? And only you can answer that question. As we are awakening, as we are consciously expanding, many of the visions that you have held are now coming into your being. And either you're going to take the old or you're going to transform it into something new with a new vision. What do you now hold dear into your heart as important? And I can't answer that question for you, but this is something you need to answer for yourself, because it's important right now. And of course, my guides come down for this one. A light-filled angel is at your side. It watches over you at every dark doorway. Even if angels are light beings and they don't necessarily have the wings, they appear above my head. I could tell you in a meditation the other day, my wings popped the damn out. Even if it's a metaphorical thing. It has significance. It has its symbology. It has a sign. It has a symbol. Embrace it. And yes, you're not alone, right? As much as you have your soul tribe and the people that you contracted to come here with, you also ask a whole bunch of awesome things upstairs, things as in energies, celestial, ethereal, angelic, archangel, ascended master, rishi level. You asked all these beings of higher density, hey, I might need you at some point. Could you come and help me at whatever stage I need you at? Sure. They got a lot of guides that, you have guides for life who are assigned just to you. And then you have guides that will come in when you're faced with a situation and they'll help you through that situation. And then they will go help someone else that they need to help. There's a lot of guide interchanging. I have so damn many. I don't know which ones are leaving, which ones are coming and going. And some of them are like in the background waiting for me to emerge myself more. And many of you are in the same boat. You might not know your guides. It's okay. But know you're not alone. You're never alone. Physically, you might be. Energetically, they're always around. Gotta call on them. Say, yo, what's up, bro? Again, I don't know, like if tough love is the way to go sometimes. I'm a big bitch when it comes to tough love because I'm an Aries and I tell it how it is, and it sucks sometimes that the things that I have to deliver to people. I don't like it. But I know at some point, some people get seated and they might not be aware of why I was such a bitch. But then eventually it dawns on them why. And it was only out of pure love. You can equate that with a parent as a difficult child. You're just, how much compassion and love can you give? You're giving it all, right? Tough love you can also be compassionate with tough love. You only want the best for other people. But if they're not listening to you, you're gonna want to choke you out, wake you up, shake you up. Again, you got to respect it's not their time to know, or it's not their thing. I'm glad I'm not doing a full spread, because whatever just landed, I hope whoever watches this, you might get upset with me, whatever. Listen to the cards. The collective right now is in a stalemate. They're stuck. And not because you don't know the truths or you're not expanding your mind. It's because you are blocking your own self from moving forward, because you're not giving yourself compassion. You're not transcending this surface level, hanged on energy of the blame game. When we live in duality, and we have to come at peace, that's experience that other people have to have. Just like the antithetical devil and Lucifer and demons and stuff. Yeah, does that shit exist? Absolutely. Does things from another realm come and try to mess with your life? Absolutely. I've seen it. I have pictures of it. You got to transcend that. And when you feel it around you, sometimes you can give it love, but don't give demonics. I know they need tough love. Sometimes you got to put your foot down and put your boundaries up. Especially when it comes to people trying to manipulate you, trying to scam you, whatever it is. A lot of that is happening now. Have your defense up. Have your army at will. It's spiritual warfare. But if you keep feeding it energy, and you keep feeding the fear or the gossip agendas, again, I get, oh, well, I heard this person's really bad. Oh, this one's really bad, and that one's really bad. Oh, but I thought they were really good. Are you going within? Are you discerning it for yourself, or are you waiting for everybody to validate your feelings? This is very important. If you're not doing the work on yourself to heal, and you're getting stuck and confused and depressed, you're feeding the other side. That is not giving you compassion, grace, or love. They're not giving you that. They're taking it from you. They're taking it and they're eating it. Whoosh, quanta. That's what they want from you. Stop giving your energy away so easily. Stop getting excited over things that, if you really want something to manifest, think about yourself, but think about the totality of the situation for everybody and how it affects everybody. Are you being realistic? I'm happy people are starting to wake up to the agenda, factions of agendas that are happening. I mention it on this channel so many times. And finally, I mean, again, I'm a little voice that a lot of people don't listen to. And this has always been my whole life. People are repelled by me because they don't want to hear it. They're not ready to believe or have the open mind. But oh, finally, people are starting to like go within or really start seeing it. Oh, that person really doesn't have my best heart. You know what their best heart is? Clicks. Right? And people like me who are pure of my heart, I'm not here to take advantage of anybody. Like all of the creations I'm making, I can't tell you enough how I'm pricing things as to the what I put into it. I'm not charging for my labor or my time. I'm charging you per the fact that I need an energy exchange. But the things that I make, right? I'm being realistic with the pricing when I do sell things. I'm not here to rip somebody off or to scam somebody, right? But there are people that do that on a constant basis, and people feed it constantly. Oh, if I pay for this subscription and I listen to this person, oh, he went to Burning Man. Oh, I didn't do the research. He wears a cube on his head. See that as a lesson. Take that one example I just gave and see the example in there. See the lesson that you're supposed to learn. And then expand on that, expand on that to other people that you're watching. Because let me tell you, when I'm feeling others' energies, I know who's sincere and who is not. I know when I'm seeing tour buses and I don't see, and they're good people. They're really heart and wholesome people. But I thought we were supposed to be here to have Amish mindset and to help other people. I'm not seeing a lot of that. And people are making buck and bank. Where is the help for the other people? And I stopped watching a ton of people. So please, if you know what I'm talking about, tell me who's really helping patriots in need. Back to the cards. Star. Believe in yourself. You are a wonderful creation. Wash away all fear and discover you are a shining star. Yes. Allow all around you to just be. Let go of trying to control life for the light of your soul. It will guide you always towards love. Remember, stars are born through explosions of love. Love illuminates all things. Never forget you are truly a shining star. I tried. I'm sorry if you're seeing it in the reverse. I've just been talking about that. You know, sometimes I rant and the cards really freaking give it in a better way. I got to do better at that, but best advice there. Surrender. This is even better. Remain positive about the future of our planet. For all is part of humanity's evolution. There is a divine order to all the chaos which you perceive in our world. Nothing will ever truly change until we learn to love and accept all that is. Lovingly surrender your judgments and expectations. That's a huge one. And your life will magically transform. I'm doing this for my own self now. And it's not easy. When I say that I have to become neutral and I'm accepting both sides and understanding the roles that each are playing, I'm objectively looking at things. I know what I feel and what I've felt in the past, the hurt, the harm, the damage, the pain, the actual physical pain, the suffering. I so understand it. But at some point, you got to find the love in the situation and you got to move forward. You got to surrender. This card is like freaking fantastic. You have to accept all that is because it's of God's design, source of it all, whatever you want to call it. It's the design, which is a part of evil and a part of good. You get to choose what side you're on. I know most of you are making the right choice. But even if you make the other choice, that's an experience your soul needs, and it's going to be right for you. And stop putting expectations on things. Oh, I expected the EBS to go off today and like the military come in and we get these like you can't leave your house kind of deals, right? Get your popcorn ready. Oh, like, but we were supposed to see all these things happen in society. Yeah, don't we all wish we saw justice actually take its right course? It will. We're in Libra season, people. Hi. Hi, October babies. Happy birthday. You're Libra. Justice. Scales of justice. It's coming. But again, we can't have expectations because time changes, is fluid, things move. Interpretations move, expansion of consciousness is always forever moving forward. So you can't expect something that you were thinking about 10 years ago to transpire now because things in the world are different. Don't expect. Just let it go and let it be. Because whatever is going to transpire will in due time. Because we need trust. You're looking at a situation from a purely physical perspective, and therefore you cannot see the bigger picture and the blessings interwoven within this event. We, your angels, urge you to trust, for all will work out in the best way possible. Let go of your fear and apprehension and allow God's healing energy to flow to you. Trust, for all will heal in ways you never thought possible. So here and again, are you trusting upstairs? Are you trusting yourself? Are you putting trust into the universe? If not, you could start now. The amazing cards. And then we'll pull an affirmation. I got 2 decks, and then we'll get it overall, and then we'll be done. Because I don't know how long this video is going to be, and it's probably very long. As I keep ranting. Necessary rants, though. At least on my end. I can't force anybody to make the changes that they need to make. But I'm starting to vibrate at a higher rate. And I'm starting to see the people I thought I was meant to be around as a soul tribe, they're moving one direction, I'm moving in another. Sometimes you have to transcend it and let it go and not have expectations. When you all can respect each other's paradigms, a lot of people like, oh, but you said this about this book, or you said that about a book. It's okay. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not here for, I'm not here to upset you if I have a differing opinion from you, right? It's okay. Please take it as an okay. I'm not here to destroy your paradigm. I'm here for you to expand it. And it doesn't need to be my paradigm. Again, this is why I waited to do cards and a spiritual soul talk. And we see, I'm not jinxing myself, but I'm not really today. I'm trying to time my supplements differently. We have the fourth power. I am beloved. And this is based off of Mary's Gospel, which I have to find. If I can read it, I want to read it on my channel. Sorry. The fourth power in the Gospel of Mary is described as the craving for death. And after Christianity was institutionalized in the 4th century, the fourth power was referred to as gluttony. The excess is seen as a death wish. However, it's often deeply unconscious. It's a compulsion, something we feel compelled to do and that we do not know how to stop or change. Within Mary's Gospel, the power of excess is not a sin. It's not a demon. It's simply a power. It's a power of the ego, like the other 6 powers that can derail us from what the soul has come here to do. Often we treat ourselves in ways we would never dream of treating someone else. Often our fear of not having a purpose, of not making some sort of contribution with our brief lives, leads us to sabotage any chance of doing so. This is so true. When we remember that we are as beloved as the friend we want every good thing to come to, we are as beloved as the partner we adore. We are as beloved as a child that brings us joy just by breathing. We are as beloved as those we love so fiercely around us. It becomes less and less possible to be excessive with this body because we remember that the body is the soul's chance to be here. When we remember that we are beloved, we want to spend what little time we have here simply sharing the love we are. We no longer need to dance around the fires of love. At our core, we become it. And we can tolerate that much light, that much love, because we know it's not separate from us. Profound. I love these cards. And I just got the deck. Something screamed at me, you gotta get me. All right, I don't know which one to read next. They're both awesome. But as to the Hermit's Journey, that might give you a little bit of a hint here. The cave, like the allegory of the cave, the sanctuary exists within. Yes. Yes. What is most striking about the cave is how utterly still it is within. Sorry, guys. The air feels heavy and ancient, as if it filled with all the prayers uttered to Mary Magdalene for hundreds of years. There's a marble statue of Mary behind the main altar where pilgrims write their prayers for her on small pieces of paper. that are left at her feet. She's depicted in this statue as reclining with her head tilted back and her eyes closed, as if she's listening to something compelling from within her, as if her heart is demanding her full attention, drawing her completely inward. Her marble face radiates unmistakable bliss. I have always loved the metaphor of the cave as a sanctuary within the heart that we can return to whenever we need that stillness, that silence of no longer seeking or asking or trying to be anything other than who we are right now in this moment. It's the silence that arrives when the 7 powers of the ego have been overpowered by love. The cave is a symbolic of going inward to a space within us that can provide stillness, the peace of being completely held in love, even as the world around us continues its constant movement. We are held still in love. That's everything I've been saying. This one's even better. You just have to find it. Oh, where are you, Mr. Buck? The true human. I am fully human and fully divine. Bam! Allison tells the truth because here's a card that says what I say all the time. Christ says in Mary's gospel, be on your guard so that no one deceives you by saying, look over here or look over there. For the child of true humanity exists within you. The goal is not to transcend the body or to try to suppress the 7 powers of ego. The point is to bring awareness to the full spectrum of what it means to be human so that it can make choices about our actions. We can practice a self-emptying love that allows us to release the ego's grasp of our attention and act only once love, not the ego, is leading us. We can listen to Christ's directive to follow the child of true humanity within us. There's no one outside of us that can do the work for us. Keep saying that. We have to continue to return inward to the heart, to the treasure that exists within. We have to do the work of remembering that we are not just this ego that often compels us to act in ways we can barely recognize. With mercy on our own humanity, we can remember that we are anthropos. We are meant to be human. We are meant to feel all of these difficult and derailing powers. We are also fully divine. We are also a soul of love. We are also capable of bringing love to where it has never been before. We are visionaries and sources of unlimited light. We have the unique purpose and opportunity to be both a voice for the voiceless here on earth and to act as the bridge between this world and the next. The child of true humanity exists within us, each and every one of us. No one outside of us can ever awaken us to this truth. We must turn inward and let love directly be our guide. It's everything I've been saying. Validation. I had to go get the book. This is my overall deck for the reading. Like, what is this all culminating to? And this is the vulva of Sadir. Hanging out. I can't show that. Your inner spiritual power can heal circumstances in your life and our world in ways greater than you realize. Journey within to gain clarity and conscious redirection of your inner energies toward what you wish to manifest. Do not try to control what is happening. Big one. Instead, work to bring positive influence to bear so that you may contribute constructively toward shaping the outcome for the greatest good. I'm going to skip around. So Sadir is a seer. I was one of these in a past life. Love the art. This oracle advises us that good intentions are not enough to ensure the outcome of our efforts is beneficial. We need the wisdom that comes through surrendering, there's the word again, into divine intelligence. With an awakened heart, there's the awakening card, it is possible to be a clear channel for spiritual light in this world, dedicating our soul talents to overcoming hate and divisiveness. The appearance of this oracle indicates that your soul talents, whatever they may be, can be of influence in the world. If you dedicate yourself to personal development for the greater good, you can contribute to the spiritual evolution of humanity. When we choose to align our actions with our heart truths, we become the spiritual birth mothers and founding fathers of more spiritually advanced humanity. Tremendous creative power is generated when a group comes together in focused practice. If you seek to work with others, be aware of the positive potential and proceed with integrity and care. The message of this oracle is that you are able to bring a positive influence into whatever situations or circumstances unfold in your life. Dedicate yourself to goodness. Believe in your power to effect positive change. That's why I love this card. To close this out, my past brought me to where I am. I am proud of that fact. Is there anything in my past that I regret? How can I come to terms with and accept those things? So here's the question I leave for you guys. My past brought me to where I am. I am proud of that fact. Is there anything in my past that I regret? How can I come to terms with and accept those things? Try to answer that question. And if you want to be inspired by others, be brave and put it in the comments. I would love to hear it. Our past does not define us. But if we didn't have those experiences, we would not be here embodied today where we're standing. We would not be here awakening and traversing this world. We would not be here. So the things that really hurt and harmed us and gave us trauma, how can we accept it and move on and release? I'm going to give you an affirmation for today. Today, I am brilliant. Today, every idea I have is creative, thoughtful, and full of potential. Use this. So guys, this is just a mini reading. I do bigger, expanded with more cards, but my goodness, what came out today is really what I'm feeling, expressing to most people, but they're kind of putting the, I don't want to hear it. 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 I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to think it. I don't want to think it. Right. That's what I'm feeling. Which is fine. Because I understand that we're all at different spots and places in the world and in different set of circumstances. I'm just here to help. But Spirit is not ignoring you. They're telling you. You are divine. It's all going within. It's doing this work right now. It's going within, because when you go within and you become this positive beam of light and you change your mindset, you stop doubting yourself, you start empowering yourself, you're going to go out in the world and create a big ripple effect amongst people who are, because even if they're not meant to wake up, you could still be a positive influence and force that helps them steer to better ground, to better ways of living, helping. Shouldn't matter. Yeshua Melchizedek did not care if you were black, white, yellow, whatever division that they throw at it. He didn't care if you're a Muslim. He didn't care if you're Jewish. He did not care if you're this or that. He preached to anybody that would listen. He helped whoever he could. There was no bias, no division. He went out into the world and did his work and his mission. And I want to impart that on all of you. Stop living in fear. Stop giving your power to things that are just trying to manifest the evil side of it. It's always boxed and looking positive. It's always shiny and sparkly and like, oh, look at me. I'm a cute little unicorn. I want to eat you. But at the same time, are you going within and doing the work so you can discern better and look deeply and look logically? You don't need to have the mind of Jason Q to decode bullshit. And sometimes really good people are very deceptive. There are people that have scripts. Actors, when you're watching some of these crazy actors, good or bad or indifferent, they're in their character to win it, like chicken dinner winner. They're in it to win it, and they are so convincing. Some of them live that lifestyle, whatever character role that they get, and they read and they're like, okay, well, I have to live this way in order to really embody this character. So they change everything about themselves to become this character. Okay. So there's a lot of people who are superiorly convincing, but you can still smell it if you go within and question yourself first. And what do you think? And if you're unsure, that's okay. You're not sure. Give it time. But just don't take what everybody else is saying as the end all be all. This is my truth, and I'm holding it with like the biggest fist and grasp, because guess what? Eventually, that expectation of somebody might crumble in front of your face, and it's going to suck. And I know I detached from a lot of people. I transcended a lot only because I don't want to get hurt anymore. I've been hurt way too many times in my life, right? You probably as well watching me. You've gotten hurt. You're over it. You're done. You're tired of this game. So why are we choosing to play? Every time you enter into the game, you're playing. Take yourself out. Remove yourself. When you feel something, remove yourself. Take a break. People ask me, oh, like you weren't in chat. Oh, I was listening. But when I'm seeing in the chat, I have to get up and move and get my eyes off of that, because I can't say it enough. They're not listening, or they're not being open to it, and that's fine. It's not their time. Instead of getting frustrated, I go do something and come back. Plain and simple. Not everybody's going to be your cup of tea. You don't know who's good or bad and indifferent, but at the same time, what are you doing for yourself? Focus on you. That's the most important thing. And with that, guys, sending each and every one of you love, light, shielding, and protection. Please be safe. The weekend is coming. I might not be able to do a video tomorrow. I will see. Not going to be home for most of the day, so I will see what happens. But I'm probably going to do a Van Tassel, then I'll tackle a Waspy, and then Blavatsky. And an AI metaphysics. There's some good stuff coming out. I've been told to halt. Give it a few days. But I will be here. So I want to send everybody love and light. And please be safe, be seen. Go within and do that work. It's necessary. And I'm here as much as I can be. I'm getting bombarded. But if you email me, I will eventually get back to you if you need any advice or help. And no, I give tough love, but I'm very compassionate as well. And I've been through a hell of a lot in my life, right? And I'm only 40. I don't feel 40, but I've been through a lot. So I get it. I've been there. I've been to the abyss. I understand both sides. The work is not hard. The work is very hard. But once you overcome it, get used to it, and let go, things become so much more peaceful, and you find the beauty and the gratitude in things. And that's what we need more of. So guys, I hope to see you on the next one.